Hello, hello. Happy Monday. It's Monday, so it must be your transformational, motivational, congruent living mindset moment with me, your host, Susan Lazar Hart, creator of the Congruent Living Academy, the Congruent Living Method, and happy to be with you here today. One of the things that I've been aware of is that people are in a down cycle. There's so much shifting and changing on the planet, with the universe, with ourselves, that it's really important, not just at this time, the holiday time, quote unquote, when families get together, when people start getting apprehensive about 2023, anytime when you're caught up in what I call a SNAFU. Now, SNAFU, the acronym for SNAFU is simply normal and fucked up. It's like how many, okay, raise your hands, right? How many people have been going around the last couple of months, weeks, days, and saying, I don't get it. What's going on here? Is this the new normal that I'm walking around feeling like, I just can't get my shit together? No. And that's what we're going to play with today. Hey, if you're new, come on in with your questions. This is a transformational, motivational moment created with you in mind, with the questions that people have been asking in our Congruent Living Facebook group. We've been going strong for about 12 years, and I'm so grateful for all of you popping in whenever you can. Hashtag replay. If you're watching later, pop in your comments, pop in your questions. I check in every day. Back to that SNAFU. Well, how did this occur? I've been listening in the last couple of weeks, and also listening to myself. And I went to this amazing conference. It feels like a couple of weeks ago, and I came back fresh, enervated, and then kind of fell into this kind of abyss of if this is my new normal, how come I can't be it? Get it, live it. And I started asking myself some questions. What am I vibrationally aligning to? How often do we come from something enervating, whether it's our everyday life, our meditation, whatever that is, a conference, an event, and then we come back to, where's that energy? Where's that excitement? Might last a day, a week, not much longer. And so I'm asking you to check into, where are you vibrationally? How many of us have this capacity to pick up other people's thoughts, feelings, and emotions of, wow, your life can't be that great, Susan. I mean, it can't be that wonderful. I mean, don't forget, you've got this, and this going on. And slowly but surely you align and agree unconsciously with everything else that's going on in the world that actually isn't real to begin with. Because the truth is, we create our own realities. We create our own realities. It's what lens are you looking through when you look from you, that amazing, exciting, brilliant inner being, to the outside world? Whose lens are you using? Because the truth is, what vibration that we send out is what we attract. So if you buy into, everything's so fucked up, I can't, this isn't, it won't, that's the energy that you're going to be attracting. Truly. We have this capacity to be totally present. And in that capacity with being totally present, your inner being is going to speak to you. And the only time we can actually hear it is when we drop the judgments. We ask those questions. What am I aligning with here? Who am I aligning with here? And we then tap in to what it is that we truly love. We ask ourselves, is this still true for me? Am I asking to create? Am I with this energy, or do I know that there's another energy available for me if I actually tapped into it and was with it? Right? You have to be with that energy, that will start attracting what I'm asking to create in the world. And once I stepped into that energy, do you feel the difference in the energies? Then I'm aligning with the energies that are pulling in what I'm asking to create and how I'm asking to create. So my question for you is, if you're caught in a snafu, what or who are you aligning with? Right? What are you aligning with? Because remember, when you live in your joy, when you live in that space of, oh, this is who I truly be, this is what I'm asking to create, and you really live it. And by living it, I mean being with it, being with that energy of what you're asking to create with, pulling in energies, like-minded energies, aligned energies. You know, I had a conversation with a friend of mine recently, and she's heading into the holidays, and she's like, we've talked about this before. I'm not, my family is so judgmental. They don't want me to do this or that. That was my husband's family. I'm not really enjoying him. Hey, Marion, welcome, welcome. And then, so ask yourself, okay, so what is it that I'm actually asking to align with? Am I asking to align with like-minded people? That's the law of attraction, right? You will attract what you're willing to be. And so once she got that in mind, she says, oh, that's kind of cool. Well, her whole being lightened up. And she said, no, I said, are you asking to align with them? Because when we actually align with people that are not aligned with us, we go into resistance, we go into reaction, we go into defense. And that actually doesn't create greater. So as you're responding to someone else's point of view, or for example, as she's responding to this family's point of view, she realized, oh, all the walls she was building, all the resistance, all the reaction, right? And it was still normal on them. They were still normal. This is who they want to be. And then she realized how fucked up that was for her. SNAFU, right? So she said, okay, shoot, I could choose something different. I could invite my friends to celebrate the holidays with me. I can go out and see what I can contribute to that will change the energies of who and how and what I'm playing with. And so it's really, you're listening to your inner being, not all those voices that you have a capacity to pick up. Listening to your inner being. Your inner being is calling you through the path of least resistance to something that's meaningful and helpful for you. Now, how do we do that? It's about being present, sitting quietly. Some people meditate, some people bake, some people go for walks. I do all three, and I just am quiet with that inner voice, asking truth, does this bring me joy? What is it that I'm aligning with? Because as we are responding to a path of resistance, it evokes the same energies, right? It evokes that response from us. So we're caught in this dance of, oh, this is normal, but it's not. There's nothing normal about you, right? So what we misunderstand is that we were actually never taught that we have a capacity to pick up everyone's thoughts, feelings, and emotions to such intensity that we assume they are ours. So once again, get out and do what you know to do, what brings you joy, what creates ease in your life. We are magnificent examples of how to get out of our own way when we choose. Do you ever notice that? Something just lights you up, you go for it, and all of a sudden everything falls into place, all the moving pieces. That's because you're aligned with those energies. You're living a congruent life in those 10 seconds. So I'm going to invite you to play with this for this week. Ask yourself, okay, so what or who am I aligning with? And how's it working for me? And another little trick that I use to when I find I'm going down that path is I write down, like this morning, I write down, I'm so happy and grateful for the 10 new people coming into the Academy by January 10th. I'm so happy and grateful for this masterclass that I'm creating for all of you that I'm going to tell you about in a second. But I'm living with that energies in the future and bringing it into the present. And that's the message that I give myself. Those are the energies that I play with. Because the more you're willing to be in those energies, write them down, the more you magnetize those people looking to find you, those people looking to come and play with you, whether it's your business, your relationship, whatever that is for you. You know, there's a thought that says you are what you think. Well, there's a truth in that. If you keep repeating to yourself what isn't working, what's not working, what always has happened, right? Nothing actually happens, but we'll go into that in another time. We create everything. Hey, Anne-Marie, welcome. The more you do that, the more you will receive those energies. And so once again, we have this magnificent resource inside of us called that inner being, that inner knowing. And it's about gifting yourself the gift of tapping in. And again, write it down on a note in the morning. How are you talking to yourself? And look at that often. And so your body, your being will start to be those energies, not the energies that actually are simply normal and fucked up. Yeah. Does this make sense to people? Is it any questions here? If you've got a question, come on in. Let me see a few hearts and thumbs up. If we're hitting in the right spot. It's a very, very, very interesting and simple thing we just were never taught, that we have the capacity to change our thoughts. Our thoughts create our feelings go into our actions. Right? So it's about really asking myself, oh, whose thought is this? Who does this belong to? Where am I asking to play? And how am I asking to do that? Well, let's leave the how on hold. And where is a masterclass that I am giving on December 29th at 12 noon. I'll put in the link here. Let me see if we've got a bit.ly link coming up. I asked my assistant to, nope, not yet. I will put the link in here and the above, and we'll post it here if you're watching this as well. It's an annual masterclass that I give, and it's about really wrapping up the year and asking, okay, so we're going to be asking some questions. There'll be some writing time, some journaling. This is not a me, blah, blah, blah. This is us working together so you can have true reflection on what you have created this year, what you're asking to create, and how to create that with 2023 as we go into 2023. Now, I chose December 29th. It's often a time where people kind of are in the middle of something. They've done the hoopla and the holidays, and then there's New Year's coming up, and some people make New Year's resolutions. Some people feel very alone in that time in between. So come and join me. We're going to be, this is an annual masterclass. It was something I offered last year about wrapping up the year with a win, right? With a win. Like, oh yeah, I forgot that I really created that. Oh, I'm not where I thought I would be, but I'm also not where I thought I was a year ago. Because once we start to look at what we have created with gratitude, with appreciation, it opens up the energies for the universe to contribute more with 2023. And I'd love to play with you. It's going to be about 60 minutes. It's at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. So you can have your lunch later, or wherever you're from. You can have your breakfast. If you're in the Pacific time, that would be 9 o'clock in the morning. And I can't wait to share this masterclass with you. Wrapping up 2022 with a win. And I will put the link again. I'll put it up here when it arrives. So how does it get any better than that? Really, ask yourself when those energies start tumbling in and you feel like your head's under the water, or you've got an elephant sitting on your head when you wake up, take some time for you. Don't turn on your Facebook, your whatever that is. Stop the madness. Sit down and write about you, right? I am so happy and grateful that. And just be present with what you're asking to align with today. Speak to yourself as if the day is finished. I'm so happy and grateful that I've accomplished, or I've read, or I got up, or I went for a walk, or whatever that is. Set it in motion, right? Set it in motion, because who we be is energy in motion. That's who we be. And let me know how that pops for you. I can't wait to kind of hear your comments. And in the meantime, live boldly, love greatly. Be that fearless leader you came here to be. Because the world needs more of you and that special sauce, not less. Yeah. See you next Monday, right here. And then on the 29th, I'll be seeing you for this amazing masterclass that I'm offering to play with you with. Wrapping up 2022. I wonder what that could create for you. Oh, I love rhymes. We won't have any fun in the masterclass either, you can tell. All right. I love ya. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.